Welcome back to the Flow Friday Sports Show here on Flow FM, and we're looking at Great Flinders Netball. And the Great Flinders Netball Association season officially kicks off tomorrow, and our new correspondent for this league is Alex Stratford from Tumby Bay. Alex, great to have you back on. Only your second time with us here on Flow talking netball. How are you going this week? Excited for the season to start, no doubt?
Absolutely. I'm very pumped, actually. It's come around very quickly, but yeah, the netball shoes have well and truly dusted off and they're ready to hit the court.
Excellent. Yes, it's been a very quick off-season, but yes, there's a great deal of excitement around all of the leagues we're covering, I think, and all of the sports we're covering as well with, the winter sports season kicking off. We'll go through the games happening this weekend in just a moment, but Alex, last week we spoke about a little bit of the player movement that's happened over the off-season as we prepare for the new season. Have you got any more updates in that regard?
Well and truly, yeah, I think lots of teams are still working as an A squad with lots of movement between A and A reserves, but lots more names that have been well and truly thrown out there for each team. So, lots of teams have actually done some great recruiting with numbers and good netball talent. So I'm really looking forward to the season ahead to come up against some of those players as well.
Yeah, no doubt it's going to be a different look all around the association, as it is, like I said, in all the leagues we're covering. We're seeing a lot of player movement, and some of last season's bottom teams are certainly going to be rocketing up to the top and vice versa, but it is a fresh season and you just never know what's going to happen. So let's get into this weekend's games, and Alex, we'll start with your game. Tumby Bay starting the season against United Yeelanna. How are you feeling going into this one?
Yeah, feeling pretty confident. We've worked well as so far a team of 9. Unfortunately, Ilka Stone, one of our main goalies, is out this weekend with an injury. So she's out for a couple of weeks. Old lady injury, we like to call it. So that'll leave Stacey Curtis to make her strong comeback in the goal ring with her daughter Maisie. Really looking forward to seeing that, actually. And Yeelanna will have Rebecca Novikov come up from last year's A Reserves team. So she'll come up against some of our defenders, such as like Summer Cave or Renee Birkin. So really looking forward to it. Rebecca's a really strong goalie, so really accurate as well. So she'll be one to watch. We predict a young tussle in the United Yeelanna defence with Lucy Wilkes and coming up against young Maisie Curtis, like I just mentioned. Maisie is another young and very accurate goalie. She'll just about turn and present to the goalpost wherever she gets it inside of that ring. So I'm really looking forward to being on the court and able to really be involved in the game.
All right, sensational stuff. So a big game there, kicking off the season. United Yeelanna winless last year, so they'll be looking to go at least one better this year. And would you say they've improved a lot on last year from the ins and outs that you've seen?
Absolutely. They've gained some good ins. They've some huge losses with their young youth, but they've obviously got some more coming up through the ranks. And last year we just saw them improving in every single game that they played as a team, and as some individual players they've really gotten better. So we're looking forward to what they bring out on Saturday.
All right, so that is Saturday at Tumby Bay, and it will be a big game to open the season. And unfortunate with Ilka Stone out for Tumby Bay. You got very used to hearing that name on the reports last year, often among the very best players, and I'm sure she will be when she returns again this year. Eyre United taking on Lock, I should say, in one of our other games. Eyre United and Lock 3rd and 4th on the table last year. Lock 3rd, Eyre 4th. So should be a pretty tight matchup here to open the season for those two.
Absolutely. I think it'll be one of the first semi-rematches almost. Lock's had a complete change of an A-grade team with only 2 players from the 2023 season, although they've done some absolutely fantastic recruiting with some big names, such as Keely Mason and Natasha Stacey. Unfortunately, they'll be away this weekend, but it'll give some good opportunity for some A Reserves players to come up and earn a spot in that team and sort of just really hold well and prove as good players. Eyre United are running with a blend of youth and experience, so really some young ones, a couple out there making their A-grade debut this weekend. And yeah, like I said, with some really talented players showing their experience, that'll be able to be really good role models for those young ones who are playing their first game. So Eyre United are looking to really explore the depth and versatility of players this week and within round one, working out their combinations and yeah.
All right, well, Lock will certainly be a team to watch with that much player turnover. They were one of the stronger teams last year, going 9-5, but obviously when you have that much turnover from one year to the next, the previous year's ladder and win-loss record really counts for nothing. So we'll certainly be watching Lock closely as the season rolls on, and we'll see if they can get a win over Eyre United or not in round one. Third and lucky last game for round one is Cummins Kapinnie taking on Elliston. So the Ramblers have the bye first up, but yes, Elliston kicking off their premiership defence with a game against Cummins. How are these two shaping up for the new season?
Well, the back-to-back premiers, they've retained all their players from the 2023 team. They've even got some handy players back in the side for 2024. So such as Jessica Sampson and Ruby Baker, they'll provide some youth and agility on the court. And Courtney Hull, she comes back to Elliston Districts after a season at Lock. So some great experience with Courtney and some good youth and agility coming in with those younger players. So I'm really looking forward to see what they bring out this season. It sounds like they've got a handy couple of ins. Cougars, they have a big task at hand, but nevertheless, I'm sure they're more than ready for it. Some of the matchups include Belinda Jane Marnie on Rosie Rom or Emerson O'Brien in the shooting, and Hannah Green shooting for Cougars on Nikki Schubert or Kelsey Hull, who are both very talented defenders, very tall, and their ability to read the ball is just like they've watched this game before. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to some of these matchups that are coming from Elliston, and I think that they'll really take this one as a good chance to run with their new players and give them a good chance to get used to some good netball.
All right, Elliston coming in with a pretty good side then, obviously, if they've retained all of last year's team, and they're going to be very, very hard to beat for a third straight premiership. But Alex, I'm sure you and your Tumby Bay team and all the other teams in the comp as well are up for the challenge. Thanks very much for that, Alex. All the best to you tomorrow and all the best to everyone playing their first game for the season in the Great Flinders Netball Association. And Alex, looking forward to speaking with you next week.
Thanks heaps, Dan.